In the month of December 2004, Brian Rossiter was having a very regular day at work, operating a mechanical truck lift when disaster struck. As he maneuvered the machine, his glove got caught. He struggled desperately, yanking and pulling, but it was too late. With a sickening crunch, the machine came down, severing his finger clean off. Blood spattered, and pain shot through him. Despite the shock and pain, Brian's ordeal was just the beginning of a much larger story. The real story begins with Anna Ayala, a woman who often found herself at the center of attention and controversy. Ayala found herself at a Wendy's one fateful night craving a bowl of chili. She had no idea that her visit to the fast food chain would set off a chain of events that would be the talk of the nation. As she sat in the bustling restaurant patiently enjoying each spoonful of the chili she was served, she suddenly bit down on something hard. Confused and concerned, she spat it out. She realized it was a human finger. People inside the restaurant were caught in shock and disgust, with some rushing to the exits, while others stood frozen in disbelief. The staff, who were bewildered and terrified, quickly shut down the store. They preserved the finger by placing it in the freezer and immediately called the police. When the authorities arrived, they were equally confused because this seemed more like a health code violation than a criminal matter. However, within hours, the local news had picked up the story, and by the next day, it was national news.
A lot of questions. The case is now like something out of a CSI. Investigators are conducting DNA tests, hoping to find the owner of the severed finger. Officials at Wendy's say they've checked all of their chili suppliers and none have reported an injury of this kind.
Well, Robin, if this came from a processing plant, then somebody was horribly injured. But more than that, there was a terrible process control failure that would have led to this. This is a very rare event, but it's horrible nonetheless. It's quite terrible for the woman who ate the chili.
Corporate representatives from Wendy's descended upon the restaurant, determined to get to the bottom of this PR nightmare. They quickly confirmed the worst. It was indeed a human finger. A frantic investigation ensued. Wendy's interviewed employees, contacted suppliers, and reviewed every step of their chili-making process. No one was missing a finger. As days turned into a week, the story exploded in the media. Ayala appeared on talk shows, filed a lawsuit, and became a household name.
Discovery about your chili.
Well, as I was eating my chili, and I usually crack all my crackers and just put them in there, mix it all around, and started eating the way usually people eat. And suddenly I chew something that's kind of hard, crunchy, spit it out. At first I wasn't sure what it was. And as we started investigating, poking it, other people too, that's when we find that there's something that looks like a nail.
This immediately grew suspicion, as Ayala claimed she bit into the finger before she realized it was just more than a chili. Wendy's was under immense pressure. Their reputation was in pieces, and sales began to take a nosedive. They knew they had to act fast to restore their good name. Armed with the new evidence suggesting the finger had been planted, Wendy's contacted the police, who reopened the investigation. Wendy's also set up a hotline with a $50,000 reward for information leading to the finger's owner. Tips poured in, with many appearing false and out of place, but one call stood out. A caller hinted at Ayala's past involvement in real estate fraud, prompting police to dig deeper. As the media began questioning Ayala's story, her past lawsuits against major companies came to light, and this was 13 different lawsuits to be precise. The tide of public opinion turned against her. Facing mounting pressure, Ayala dropped her lawsuit and disappeared from the public eye. Wendy's, meanwhile, was losing over $1 million a day as sales continued to decline. Then, out of nowhere, the police arrested Ayala, but not for the chili incident. The arrest is for a real estate fraud uncovered through the hotline. They also arrested her husband, Jaime Plasencia, for owing $400,000 in back child support.
San Jose police have arrested a woman who claims she found a finger in a bowl of Wendy's chili. She's facing grand theft charges. NBC 11's Bob Riddell joins us live in San Jose. Bob, police will reveal details about their investigation this afternoon.
That's correct, Laura. Yes, at a news conference that is scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon. First, something we want to show you, a mugshot of Anna Ayala. Right now, she is behind bars in her hometown of Las Vegas. Customers at this Wendy's in San Jose, where that chili finger was allegedly found, couldn't be happier.
Wendy's celebrated the arrests, but still needed to clear their name. In a bid to get to the bottom of the story, they desperately doubled the reward to $100,000. And this one step finally brought an answer. A man called in with a shocking story. The man reported one employee of his business had lost a finger in an accident. The employee had brought the severed finger to work, showing it off like a deserving trophy. Jaime, who happened to be a colleague of this employee, and also Anna Ayala's husband, was there, and immediately offered to buy the finger for $100. The employee with the lost finger is Brian Rossiter, and the man who called owned the asphalt business where the accident occurred. This new revelation makes total sense. The pieces fell into place and dots now connects perfectly well. As it turns out, Jaime and Ayala had bought Brian's severed finger in a bid to scam Wendy's. The police, already holding the pair, now had the evidence they needed. Both were charged with felony attempted grand theft. Ayala was sentenced to 9 years in prison, and Jaime, deemed the mastermind, received 12 years. They were ordered to pay $21.2 million in restitution to Wendy's, and in a final twist, were banned from Wendy's for life. Wendy's had triumphed, but the ordeal left scars. The fast food chain spent months trying to rebuild its image. They launched a comprehensive marketing campaign to reassure customers about the safety and quality of their food. They also implemented more stringent safety measures and increased transparency about their food preparation processes. As for Brian Rossiter, whose finger was caught in the whole scam, his life took an unexpected turn. He had been unwittingly dragged into one of the most bizarre and sensational scams in recent memory. The media dubbed him the man with the golden finger, and his story became a curious footnote in the records of American pop culture. Brian received some compensation from Wendy's for his role in clearing their name, but he remained mostly out of the spotlight, preferring to return to a quieter life. The Wendy's finger scam remains a unique and compelling story, a blend of mystery, investigation, and resolution. My goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so before I continue, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.